Coming up on this edition of Inside Bellingham, Taylor Dock is an exciting new shoreline improvement and more enhancements are coming. Tim Spence provides us with an inside view of exciting additions to Taylor Dock now under construction. And identity theft. It's a big problem everywhere, and Bellingham is no exception. We have some tips to help you avoid becoming a victim. And speed is what it's all about at the library, where new services help you get in and out fast as a speed reader. All this and plenty more right here on Inside Bellingham. Hi, and welcome to Inside Bellingham. I'm Doug Waldo. You know, when you come down to Boulevard Park, Bellingham Bay waterfront stretches out before you with endless ways to enjoy it. Big rocks to climb on, a fresh sea breeze for kite flying, a wide open lawn for frisbee, and an easy flat path along the shore for ambling, biking, or running. The park hardly resembles its industrial past, but old pilings hint at the cannery and lumber activities that once filled this space. Over time, landscapes often change their identities, depending upon community needs. People, however, don't usually want to change their identities. Identity theft has become a major crime all over the world. And according to Bellingham Police Chief Randy Carroll, we here in the Northwest Corner are not excluded from identity theft crimes.
Identity theft is a paramount issue, not only nationally, but here in Bellingham and for the Bellingham Police Department. On the average, we take 3 reports a day of identity theft. Identity theft is committed for the primary purpose of accessing your financial resources, the theft of your credit cards, the theft of your checkbook, theft of information that allows the perpetrator to access your financial resources. Officer Scott Matsudaira is here today to talk to you about some of the methodologies of identity theft and cybercrime.
Did you know that 1 in every 4 U.S. citizens will be a victim of identity theft in their lifetime? It takes about 150 of your own personal hours, 800 of your own personal dollars to fix this problem. It also takes on the average of 14 to 16 months to return your credit back to its state before the crime actually occurred. 14 to 16 months. That's an awfully long time. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about what you can do to prevent that. One of the biggest things you can do is being proactive and conscious about where your documentation and your personal information goes. Let's talk about mail. The number one place criminals steal your identity is from your own mailbox. Right now in the United States, someone's mail is getting stolen for the sole purpose of obtaining crucial personal information. Things like bank statements, bills, and credit card offers contain a lot of personal information in the mail. Remember, use a post office drop box. In fact, find out when the postman delivers your mail in your house and make it a point to run out and grab it as soon as you can. Never leave your mail in your mailbox overnight. Garbage is the second most popular place criminals like to look to obtain personal information. How many of you like to throw away your credit card offers, your bank statements, and your bills in your garbage without destroying them? Well, crooks are counting on that, and they look through your garbage to find your personal treasures. What you need to do is go out to a store and buy a paper shredder and shred these little things. If you can't afford that, or you can't get your hands on a paper shredder, take these documents and rip them up into several different pieces and put them in several different garbage cans in your house. That way when you throw your trash out, the documents are in several different places instead of all in one. The third most popular place criminals like to find your personal information is either in your own home or in your own car. Now, things that you find in a car are stuff like cell phones, wallet, passports, checkbook, even sensitive work documents here. Those are left in the car a lot of times because either the people who own the stuff are forgetful and leave it in there, or it's just in there for convenience. Well, don't do that. Bring it inside with you and lock the car. Have any of you ever received an email from eBay or your bank or some other online organization claiming that your account has been compromised? Well, the email usually contains a link on it that when you click on it, it takes you to a legitimate looking website that asks for you to re-enter your information. So you re-enter your name and address and phone number and your birth date and even your mother's maiden name, you click submit. You think you did that to secure your account, but in a sense what you did is you sent that information to the criminal. The criminal then takes that information and hijacks your real account and poses as you while they commit further acts of crime. Well, if you do receive one of these emails and you think that it might be legitimate, instead of clicking on that link, pick up a phone and call the company personally on a phone call that you initiate and talk to the customer service representative. If there actually is a problem with your account, you can usually take care of it over the phone. If there isn't a problem with the account, you've just saved yourself a lot of headache just by simply checking it out. So, to sum it all up, mind your mail. Drop off your outgoing mail in a post office box instead of your residential one, and make sure you receive your incoming mail from your mailbox as soon as possible. Don't leave it there overnight. It's a bad idea. Destroy any personal information by shredding it or ripping it into several pieces and placing the pieces in different garbage bags before leaving your trash out where somebody can look through it. Don't leave personal items or anything of value for that matter in your vehicle. Bring them inside and lock your car. And always check out unsolicited emails requesting personal information for legitimacy before you actually provide any information that could be used to commit a crime of identity theft.
According to federal law, you have to have a police report before you can begin to remediate any bad credit that you might be experiencing and to stop any financial loss that you have experienced. We need to know so that we can help you stop that financial loss and help you restore your good credit.
Remember, if you are a victim of identity theft, call 911 and your financial institution immediately. On every Inside Bellingham, we take a question that we received from our viewers, like you, and pose it to the person in the city who can best answer it. Our question this time is, how do I find out what permits I need when remodeling my house? Well, we went down to the Permit Center at City Hall and asked John Asmundson, the center's manager, to tell us about the permit process.
Hi, I'm John Asmundson. I'm here in the Permit Center. We're located in City Hall at 210 Lottie Street. Just come in the front door and angle off to your left and you'll find us. The Permit Center exists so that people can come to one place to apply for permits, get information, and be talking to 4 departments in one location. If you want to add on to the back end of your garage, you get a building permit. That might or might not require something from Public Works if it would interfere with your sewer connection. Planning might look at that to determine if you're getting too close to your property line and might encroach into your neighbor's space. Sometimes if a project requires multiple kinds of permits, you don't need to worry about that. You come in, you want to build something, we may look at your application and determine that you need a building permit and a Public Works permit and an electrical permit. We will cover those things for you and make sure that you're properly covered. We have staff on site in the Permit Center from the Planning Department, the Public Works Department, Building Services, and the Fire Department. Last year, the Permit Center processed over 9,000 permits. That averages to over 36 permits a day. The Permit Center is entirely paid for by the permit fees themselves. This includes all staff costs and all operating costs. We even pay for our space here in City Hall. So no tax money is used to pay for the operation of the permit center. So if you're thinking about doing something with your property and are unsure as to whether or not you need a permit, come on down and talk to us. We'll be happy to answer your questions and get you started. If you'd like to get more information about the Permit Center, go to the city's website and click on the Permit Center box.
Do you have a question about city services or policies? You can send those questions to us in an email at btv10@cob.org. The Americans with Disabilities Act has done a lot to encourage outreach to and awareness of people in our community who live with disabilities. The law, in place for 16 years now, requires that government agencies make reasonable accommodations for providing people with disabilities access to services. Now, in meeting those requirements, the city continues to take steps to be of service to all members of our community. Now, here are some examples of how city services are made more accessible to people who are deaf or have hearing impairments.
First of all, it is law. I mean, you do need to provide, as governmental agency, we need to provide to all of our citizens. And then there happens to be pockets of citizens that need accommodations. We have a very active deaf and hard of hearing community in Bellingham, and as a result, we have been asked to provide reasonable accommodation, and that actually ends up being quite a few things. There are several locations within the city that individuals can find technology that will help them. If they go to the museum, they will find that there are listening devices available. If they go to the library, there is a video phone available. If they are coming to City Hall and going to a council meeting, there's a hardwired system, so amplification is available.
For programs in the museum's rotunda room, we want to make sure that people can hear everything that's said. So we have a new listening enhancement system that can work for the hard of hearing. The sound that comes in through the microphone goes to our amplifier, and then we have a special signal that comes out and goes to a personal sound device that can be borrowed from the museum. It comes in two forms, with an earbud, so the person can use it in their ear, turn the volume up to whatever level they need. Or for those people that might have a hearing aid, we have a special neck ring. When you wear the neck ring, the sound is transmitted directly into one's hearing aid, and you can hear in the same fashion if you use the hearing aid for every other hearing activity.
My name is Joel Bergsbakken, and I'm an advocate with the Hearing, Speech, and Deafness Center here in Bellingham. And I first approached the city to see if we can install some of these videophone sites around the community. Well, all I need to do is walk into the building and go up to the circulation reference desk. And there's a sign there in American Sign Language that says they have videophones available here. They can either just point at the sign, or if they speak themselves, ask to use the videophone, and they just exchange a piece of ID for the remote control that you use. So to use the videophone, all you need to do is sit down, turn on the TV, and you've got a remote control that you can hit dial, and that's about all you need to do. Sure, this is the first time in history that a person's been able to communicate using sign language over distance. So, from the comfort of their own home or at the library or office, in their workplace. So that really has changed. It's something that hearing people have benefited from for over 100 years. And finally, the technology is such that they can benefit as well.
We are always on the lookout for what new bell, what new whistle can we use. If it needs to be upgraded, we certainly are looking into that. Technology is moving so fast it can make your head spin. Sometimes there is a request for closed captioning. That is where a party would be deaf or hard of hearing and needs a visual clue. And so we retain the services of a real-time captioner, where they are so fast that they can accommodate regular language and either project it up on a screen or on a laptop. And so the party can take advantage of seeing the product visually. Another accommodation that is available is interpreters. We are often asked for interpreters, and those are provided. Since I've been the ADA coordinator, we have made so many strides, and I am excited about the future. I think there's more that we can do, and we're open and available to ideas, concepts, technology.
Since Taylor Dock opened in August 2004, Bellingham residents and visitors alike have flocked to this bayside attraction in all kinds of weather. Construction of Phase 2 of this project, known as the Taylor Uplands Development, is now underway. And when it's finished, a picnic shelter, dinghy dock, public restrooms, and an accessible path will grace a beautifully landscaped urban park. Kim Spence begins our profile of the Taylor Dock improvements with Bellingham resident Angie Jones, our park champion.
Tell me about the park. How did you get interested in the park here?
Well, I live nearby, and I do a lot of walking. I like to go to Marine Park and sit and read a book, and this has just worked out beautifully for me. It also gives me a bit of a workout going up the trestle, which I enjoy.
How far do you think you walk every day with using this trail?
Probably about 4 miles.
Tell me kind of how your route would work.
I go through Boulevard Park, and then up the dock, and up the trestle, and through Fairhaven, and down Harris, and down Marine Park.
And you never have to get in your car, you can just walk.
No, my car stays home. With the price of gas, that's wonderful, isn't it?
Isn't that great? What do you like best about this park? What is just the standout thing about this dock and the trestle and such that you like the best?
Well, I like the water. I was born on a little tiny island in Italy, and so for me, the water was a big part of my life, and that's probably what I enjoy most of all. And it's just a wonderful way for people to get out and enjoy the sunshine.
Hi Gina, thanks for meeting me out here today. Can you describe what's happening here?
Sure, Kim. We're here at the south entrance of Taylor Dock. This is what I call Taylor Uplands Park area. And this is the Taylor Avenue right-of-way here, 10th Street up there.
And how long is it going to be under construction?
Completion date is scheduled for summer, although the contractor is ahead of schedule, so we're really thankful for that.
When will people be able to use the park?
Well, the dock will be reopened April 1. Although the upland development won't be completely done at that time, we will have the path in and there'll be safe access for the public at that time.
Well, show me around the site.
This area marking the entrance is what is going to be the gateway structure. It's going to be a gable roof, a pitched roof structure, just announcing the entrance to the dock. And in this area we've got the main plaza, placeholder in the middle for artwork that's going to be a future project. We've got the stairs up to 10th Street. Down through here we've got the accessible path, so this is the main pathway up to 10th Street. Nice seat wall that runs along the whole project. Down through here we're going to carry out the theme of the wood guardrail right along the west edge of this property. This area is all going to be landscaped. We've removed a lot of blackberries and invasives here. And then another part of the development is installing a picnic shelter on the east side of the dock. Another part of this is installing a ramp and floating dock for temporary moorage. So that's short term, not overnight, probably a 2-hour moorage for small craft.
Many people remember when this parcel was just an empty field. But by midsummer, it will be transformed into a restful spot with beautiful landscaping, gorgeous views, and waterfront access. If you'd like more information about the park and project construction, contact project engineer Gina Gobo.
Find out more about great parks and recreation opportunities by checking out the Bellingham Parks and Recreation website. Good catch. Customers of the Bellingham Public Library will now find it easier and faster to check out materials using Express Checkout. Easy-to-use self-service stations allow library patrons to check out materials without staff assistance. The library joins those across the nation successfully tapping into self-service trends by applying this technology to the 1.2 million items that are checked out of the local library each year. Iris Kanashiga is the circulation supervisor at the library, and we asked her to show us how this new system works.
Just this month we have added our new service called Express Checkout, where you can self-check out your own materials. We've added 4 stations. Patrons can come into this library and check out their own materials. If you prefer to have staff assistance, the staff is still here. And if you need a new library card, or if you'd like to settle your account balance, the staff is involved. But if you just have a simple checkout of materials, you can use our Express Check system. We implemented Express Check system to address the issues of efficiency and to provide better customer service and moving people faster through the library by patrons being able to check out their own materials. So you're ready to check out. You've got a handful of materials. What you're going to do is approach one of our Express Check stations. You must have your library card handy. The first thing you'll do is scan your library card, and then you're ready to start scanning your materials. And once you're done, you press the Done button and you're ready to go. It's very simple. We try to make it user-friendly and very easy to use.
Well, real simple. I mean, they just scan the card and I can do that just as well. And so it's just really simple to do. And I'm never really in a hurry, but the one thing I am in a hurry about is waiting in line to check out a book. But now I come in and look over the magazines and then grab my book off the hold shelf, check it out myself, and I'm out the door.
The system was financed jointly by the city through the Capital Maintenance Improvement Fund. $29,000 helped redesign the lobby, and the Friends of the Bellingham Public Library also contributed generously $24,000 for the Express Checkout software system. The lines have decreased and we are experiencing a much more efficient and better customer service environment.
If you'd like more information about the library, you want to search the catalog or check out a book online, visit the library's website at bellinghampubliclibrary.org. On Inside Bellingham, we regularly feature on-the-job stories about city employees. Now, everybody who works at the city knows Frank Wood, and we'd like to introduce him to you. He is one of just 3 facilities maintenance folks who take care of the city's many buildings, working hard behind the scenes to keep city government running smoothly. If there's a hard-to-reach light bulb that needs repairing, the heat is on the blink, or something needs to be built, installed, repaired, or painted, Frank Wood might just be the guy who comes to take care of things.
To get the skills for this job is basically a hands-on type thing. Plumbing, electrical, construction type work, framing and drywall. We do a little carpet work. We also do a little custodial work every once in a while when we have emergencies that come up, toilets overflowing and things like that. What I like about my job the most, I think, is
giving service to people. I'm very service oriented. We're very customer oriented with our job. We work with different people every day in different departments, and we answer requests from them to get things taken care of, or even from hanging a picture, or a hot and cold issue, or it's just a variety of different things. We did a major remodel over in the police department training room, and it turned out to be pretty interesting. We had to find some leaks in the walls, and where we had some water damage in drywall, and we had to tear out the drywall and replace the drywall. We did find the leaks. They were in the panels on the outside of the building, in the drive-it panels. We repainted the whole room over again, redid the whole room. It was all just a basic, very dungy white color in here. And one of the officers here picked the colors, and we went at it. What I like about the job is I do something different every day, from changing light bulbs to replacing a pump on a boiler, replacing motors on air conditioning and heating systems, even answering emergency calls for toilets overflowing. We just have a very wide variety of different things that we do.
If it's raining again and you have got to get out of the house with the kids, where do you go to play where it's safe, dry, and fun? Bring your toddler to the Blodell Donovan Community Building on Tuesday and Thursday mornings and enjoy a dry, safe place to play and meet other parents. The program is called Toddler Time. And you can find out more about it and register by phoning 676-6888 or by visiting the Parks Department website. That's our show for March. This edition of Inside Bellingham will air several times each week through the month of March, so you can watch us several times if you like. If you have feedback or ideas, we'd love to hear from you. You can reach us through the BTV10 website, which is also a great place to find out more about Inside Bellingham and other BTV10 programs. Spring is in the air. Get out and enjoy one of Bellingham's beautiful parks. They're a wonderful asset to our community and a great place to explore our woodlands, streams, and shorelines. I'm Doug Waldo. For everyone here at the City of Bellingham, thanks for watching.